Well, good morning. I'm Jim Sledge, the Treasurer on the Board of Trustees, and this board update is the Treasurer's Report. Now, let me say at the onset, I'm not going to go by line item, so that's okay. That's not going to happen. You're welcome. Yeah. And I also want to make sure people understand that the reason to do this is not to make anybody feel uncomfortable or anything of that nature. It's simply the board letting you know the financial status, the financial well-being of this spiritual community. So that said, every summer we experience a bit of a downturn in giving, and that's not unusual for churches. I think every church, especially in the Northwest, where we have wonderful summers and a lot of different activities to participate in, experiences a shortness of giving during the summer months. And we did. Last month, we ended up having to go into our line of credit to the tune of about $3,000, which is not what we wanted to do, but it's one of those things that happens always at this time of the year. So we do have one suggestion for you just to see if maybe we could smooth that out a little bit, and that would be some form of automatic giving. So if you wanted to have a bank draft or an automatic deduction from your bank that would come either weekly, monthly to the church, that would really smooth out that situation where if you're not here, your money's not here. And we need that, even if you're not here, to keep paying the bills. So we need to do that to make sure we can pay our salaries and our bills. So if you haven't done that and are interested in how that might happen, if you would talk to me or Linda Tweedy after the service, we'd be happy to show you how that might work for you. So I was struck about the similarities between Unity Spiritual Center and public radio and TV. So both of those situations require member donations to do well, to survive. And, it's one of those situations where both of them provide a unique service or unique programs that you don't hear anywhere else. And so that requires those of us that love those sorts of things to make sure that we provide opportunity to keep those things viable. Interestingly enough, public TV and radio handle that donation situation with pledge drives, where they interrupt the program that you like the most and say, we can forget about doing that if you give more, kind of thing. So I was thinking that maybe during Jane's talk, I could come up and make an appeal. No, not really, although it might be kind of fun. Now, we would much prefer that we rely upon the community spirit, the community giving, the recognition that all of us are in this together, and this is a place where we all want to see do well financially, so we can hear the messages that Jane and Gary give us and participate in that. Our stated goal from the board in the past 2 years has been to make sure we can underwrite 100% of our expenses to keep this facility financially well through your giving, through all of our giving. And then we could use the money we get from fun things like Broadway on Bernard and that sort of thing to do some things that are a little more interesting, maybe finding something in the community that speaks to us to finance. So that's the plea here is to make sure that we can provide that support. We will continue tracking our efforts, and like we've said before, we will periodically give you an update on where we are in terms of how many people are giving, what percentage are doing automatic giving and that sort of thing. So please consider that as you go forward. We are all responsible for the financial well-being of Unity Spiritual Center, and I hope we all will take that into our hearts. Thank you.